Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. We are live. Welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. I am getting set up here. One of these days, I will have a countdown where actually I do it that way. But talking about today, what we talk about every day, which is basically AI breakthroughs as it relates to any area of improving human performance. And so just like all other times, I just started this a week ago. I'm starting to work out some of the kinks. I think today will be better than it was last week, and I'm sure it'll get better each and every day. If you're watching, I'm always curious where you're watching from. So please say hi. Wish me a good morning. I wish you a good morning. We're broadcasting on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, on X, even Twitch. And, I thought today I got 5 different videos about Zenith just this morning. So I thought what I would do is actually play a quick video here. Good morning, Christian. Play a quick video here and then dive into the actual content that I want to share. But I think I'm watching this video for the very first time with you, and hopefully you can hear it. So let me know if you can't hear it. And lead with video. Welcome to being here. So here, I'm going to try to see if we can play this video. Let's take a look.
Zenith OS has literally rewired my brain. It's really that powerful.
So far, it has saved a potential $6 million deal that was already on the scrap heap, and it revived it.
I've shown up daily to create and speak, completing 42 children's stories and publishing 42 podcast episodes.
And I'm 68 years old. I've got some health challenges. I finally, after months of thinking about it, published my first blog. It's already set up to go, my 6th, one each week.
I was diluting my voice.
I spent more than $100,000 over the last 20 years on personal growth and business strategies.
I lost belief in myself. I didn't believe that what I wanted was possible anymore.
I've taken other courses. I've done lots of programs.
And I kept disappointing myself in my action. I started to think that maybe I just don't have what it takes.
But I've got this cognitive dissonance that even I can't get myself past.
Now I use my daily Alter GPT every morning. It's a system I built because of Zenith. It's my mindset mirror. It's my strategy compass. It's my CEO ritual.
What I got was the biggest truth bomb I could ever expect.
Little did I know that when I took Zenith Mind, I would discover that exactly what I was doing was what was holding me back from success.
But this right here has taken me where those other places never reached. Most programs have you admire the guru. This one has you believe in yourself.
That was a breakthrough, which happened during the Omniscient Observer. Even just 2 weeks in, I feel more alive, more grounded, more awake, more brave. And I'm really moving through the day differently.
But what I did have on day 3, question 8, was a breakthrough. And I'm telling all my friends about it. Because if I can learn this much about myself in 50 questions, I can't imagine what I'll know after 30 days.
I'm getting more done, and I feel more aligned with zero burnout.
Rich's program and what he's put together has just held up the mirror and has shattered my sense of what I really need to be doing and what's really getting in my way.
But I just feel so energized and excited. I believe in a future that I thought was never going to happen for me. And that's all because of Zenith Mind.
And the ripple effect for me was my girlfriend Janelle, who didn't even take this program, had a big transformation because I've changed.
Can't wait to see what's next because I really feel like my upgraded version of me is already knocking at my door.
You've been able to unlock something through your prompts that I couldn't unlock myself. And it has changed everything for me. That veil, that resistance disappeared. So thank you.
Very cool. So that's just a little bit of taste of what Zenith is all about. Like I said, I got 5 of those videos to check out this morning, and figured I'd check out the first one with you. But with that said, for those that don't know, I task out AI every day, deep research with pretty much every main AI platform out there, from DeepSeek and GenSpark and Manus to Grok, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, and Llama, sorry. All with the task of deep research of finding the latest breakthroughs as it relates to improving human performance with AI. And so that's what we're talking about here. And so as I was digging through the latest AI drops this morning, the one thing that is just so blatantly obvious, and I hope it's obvious to you, right? It jumps out at you automatically if you're looking at the research that I'm looking at. And it's that AI isn't just getting smarter about the world anymore. It's finally getting smarter about you, which is what we created Zenith for in the first place, recognizing that the more AI knows about you, the more AI knows about your business, the more it can help you in your business. The more it knows about you, the more it can help you. And every single day, my team and I are literally swimming in feeds from at least 5, sometimes more, different AI research tools, papers, etc., pulling out what's real, what's hype, and what actually moves the needle for your personal performance. And it's noisy. It's really noisy out there, right? New tools, new models, new game changers, pretty much every hour. I mean, it's insane. And what I hope that as you're looking at everything that's coming out, right, that you realize that this is not about chasing shiny objects. It's not about chasing some little new AI tool that, can do some little small thing. It's about finding leverage. It's about finding the practical applications, right? It's about understanding that data powers AI, and therefore, how do you get stuff done that actually helps you get more done, feel better about yourself, think clearer, be more strategic. That's really the lens that my team are bringing. Because for years, I've been obsessed with the idea that data is all that matters as it relates to AI. And for the last year of my life, I've been obsessed with the idea of building an AI that truly knows you, right? That knows you better than anything knows you, better than you know you, better than your family knows you, better than your spouse knows you. And to have that AI that knows you so damn well, right? Have that AI work for you personally, right? Like an extension of your own mind. And that's what we're trying to build with Zenith. And it's what I'm seeing starting today in a lot of the research. So the big breakthrough pattern, right, is that we're kind of officially entering this era of hyper-personalized AI, right? So you can stop just settling, and it really is settling, right? You can stop settling for generic advice. We're talking, an AI that tunes into your unique biology, your specific projects, even your personal thought patterns, right? This is where AI stops just being a tool and really starts becoming a cognitive partner. Now, last week, right, we talked about Aura and how the Aura Ring has now incorporated glucose testing as well as food monitoring. And now, because it already tracks your activities, your sleep, your HRV, and all those things, it now has this comprehensive view of you and can start making recommendations that it couldn't make before, which are pretty insane. But, the other wearables are not going to be outdone. So that was Aura. Now we're going to talk about, Whoop. And Whoop just rolled out an expanded AI coach. And this is key, right? It's powered by OpenAI's GPT-4. So it's not just spitting out generic fitness tips to you. It's analyzing your unique biometric data, your sleep, your strain, your recovery, and combining that with the broader community trends, right? Like what's going on with the other 4 million users to give you guidance that's custom fit for you. Think of it like a search engine for your body telling you the optimal time to train based on your recovery. That's a world away, right? From like a one size fits all app. Then there's your work and knowledge, and Anthropic's new Claude 4 model, right, which we talked about last week, is now showing this incredible ability to create and maintain memory files when you give it access to your local documents. This means that it's not just starting from scratch every single time that you talk to it, which is so frustrating and also stands in the way of you getting better and better advice. So Claude now builds up knowledge about your specific projects over multiple sessions. So imagine an AI assistant that actually remembers the context of your work week to week, right? That is a game changer for deep, complex projects, for big strategic initiatives, and so on and so forth. And even your everyday interactions, right? We've talked a lot about it, and I've told you that I have pretty much every single tool that is out there. I have the Limitless app, right? That was big press releases on it last week, $99. And then I think it's $99 and then $19 a month. This is called ambient AI. That's what they're calling this now. Here is, well, I have the Omni app over there, right? Which was another one that we tested. Here's the Plod. Here's both versions of the Plod. And then I also wear the B computer. So I have a lot of these, right? But there's a Limitless, which is $99 now. Omni is rolled out. I had the beta test of the Omni, but the Omni is now $89, and that's basically a wearable for your memory. These things, what they do is they transcribe your conversations in real time. They automate note taking, and they make it very easy to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks. Now, of course, there's a privacy debate around it, and it's huge, and we'll probably get into that one day or so. But this is an AI that remembers everything that you say or everything that's been said to you. You know, it's not uncommon for me to go into my Limitless app or my B Computer app and say, what were all the commitments I made yesterday? And what were all the commitments made to me yesterday to keep a running log, right? So the big insight here is that AI is rapidly shifting from a one to kind of many broadcast, right, model to a one-to-one personalized dialogue. So it's like going from a public library to having a personal research assistant who not only knows your reading history, but also anticipates what book you want to read next. And this is really the core of hyper-personalization that is now being amplified by two other massive shifts happening right now. So category one is first, advanced AI. Capabilities are no longer just for like the people that can spend the most. They're now being democratized. So what do I mean by that? Well, OpenAI just announced GPT 4.5, internally nicknamed Orion. And here's the thing. They're planning to give free users unlimited access to GPT level 5 intelligence at standard levels, right? Because 4.5 is the last of these like specific models. GPT-5 is going to be the standard, right? And now everyone will be using GPT-5, but there'll just be different levels of intelligence from the free user to the plus user to the pro user. And this is huge because what it means is that advanced AI capabilities are about to hit the mainstream like never before. And we're also seeing this play out in practical ways. There are now multiple stories of people ditching their $100 a month personal trainers and getting better results using AI fitness coaching tools, and many of which are free or low cost. There was actually a research study that came out about that. And this isn't just about saving money. It's really about getting an expert level guidance that only like Olympic athletes used to be able to get because of them being monitored. Now you can have that and it's accessible to everyone. So even in complex areas like mental health, which we need to handle carefully, we're seeing AI therapy bots in clinical trials achieving better results than human therapists for things like depression and anxiety. And just in the last 24 hours, the WHO released urgent ethical guidelines for these mental AI health tools because they're superior, right? Pushing for transparency and clinical oversight. So the power is increasing, and the frameworks for responsible use are starting to catch up. So that's the first category. Category 2, second, AI is becoming your proactive partner. And this is so amazing, people. Really helping shaping your performance and environment. So OpenAI has quietly launched a new ChatGPT 4.5 feature called Focus Guard. It's called Focus Guard. You might be hearing about this first here. What this does is that it contextually blocks digital distractions. It analyzes your screen, integrates with your wearables for biometric data, right? Your Aura, your Whoop strap, etc., your Apple Watch, and it can pause non-urgent notifications if it sees that you're in a deep work block on your calendar, right? So it's not just a reactive blocker. Like, it's just not blocking all the time. It's it's not just a reactive blocker. It's proactively trying to architect your attention. Now, pair that with something like NeuroFit's Cognitive PT AI, and this platform analyzes data from your Oura Ring, your Apple Watch, whatever, and generates personalized 5-minute cognitive physical therapy drills, right? So if you feel that afternoon slump, it might give you a spatial reasoning boost. This is turning passive health tracking into active cognitive augmentation. And if that weren't enough, Google's new AI mode is also transforming search, right, into now a full-blown research assistant, just regular search, capable of handling complex queries and generating cited reports. It's not just about finding links, it's about helping you synthesize information. So now you can go into Google, right, and you can say, what are the top 5 frameworks for growing a small business with the challenge of marketing? And it will actually go out and find those 5, right? It's not going to just find searches like of a page that has those 5. So I think I've shared, right, that I've been experimenting with some of these new wearables and AI models to track my cognitive load and focus. And, for years, I've tracked my energy levels, correlated them to my productivity. That's basically how I operate. But now there are these tools like NeuroFit and Focus Guard that are starting to automate parts of that. It's really like, I want you to fully get, it's like having an AI that understands your personal attention stamina and helps you manage it, right? We all have a limited amount of attention each day. Now, this is still in the early days, and you have to be kind of a master of playing with some of these tools, and not the other way around. But the potential to have an AI co-pilot for your own mental energy is just another step in AI being this incredible co-pilot to achieving better results in every area of your life. So as you see, like, all these incredible tools, they are, it's just one after another, right? An AI health coach that knows your biometrics, an AI that remembers your project files, an AI that guards your focus, an AI that helps you process your thoughts. Each one is powerful. But the real question becomes, how do you get them to all work together? How do you ensure that they're all aligned with your goals, your values, your definition of a high performance life? Yes, if you could piece them all together yourself, this app, that wearable, this prompt, this other LLM, or you can start thinking about having just your own overarching system, an AI that knows you and knows you so well, that's been trained on your way of thinking, that's been trained on your priorities. And that's what the entire philosophy behind what we've built with Zenith Mind OS is. It's designed to be that central personalized intelligence that helps you orchestrate all of these other tools very effectively. So we went for 20 minutes today. We started with like a little testimonial reel. And I think today was a little bit better than the days last week. So we're making progress. I really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Try Google search. Put in something that like you're not going to find a page on, but you want an answer on, and check it out. If you are, if you have a wearable, maybe you should start thinking about wearing one. The amount of data that it can now pick up for you is pretty insane. And not only that, right? Not only like on the wearable side, but also on the ambient AI side. Like, it is time to really strongly consider doing what I do, which is having these recording devices. And the ones that I've talked about on the live stream so far have been Plod, which does a great job, but has limited time capacity. There's Omni, which is 24-hour recording, but the battery is okay. There's Limitless, which is better than Omni at this point, has better apps. That's the one I'm wearing around my neck right now. And then there is B Computer, which is probably my favorite because it is got the longest battery. It lasts a week. And, you know, a lot of times when you have something that only charges for X number of hours, you put it back in the charger, and a lot of times you forget to have it on when you have that most meaningful conversation. But when I'm wearing the B Computer, that doesn't happen whatsoever. So with that, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll be here again tomorrow and every day at 9:30 a.m. I have an event to go to tomorrow, so actually, let me take that back. I'm going to do my best to be live tomorrow. If I do, I will be doing it in a remote location. And so I'll do my very best to be on at 9:30. And if not, I will certainly be live on Wednesday. But make today profitable to higher profits beyond. This is Rich Schefren, over and out.